want us to transition to another topic that is in the political field, because we have politicians around. And I want us to begin with what the Deputy President William Ruto had to say about Raila Odinga and the Jubilee Party over the weekend. Let's just listen in to him.
Wewe mtu ya kitendawili unajuaje mpango ya Jubilee? Ati Jubilee iko kukundi hii, Jubilee iko kundi ile. Hawa watu shida yao ni tamaa kwamba wanatumainia ati Jubilee ati itagawanyika ndio wapate mwanya ya kwenda mbele. Wewe kiherehere yako na ujuaji na porojo peleka kwa chama yenu. Wachaneni na mambo ya Jubilee.
Okay, wachana na chama ya Jubilee. Let's listen in to what provoked the Deputy President, and I believe it is what happened towards the end of last week between nominated MP Maina Kamanda, who endorsed the Kibra parliamentary candidate for ODM, that is Bernardo Koth. Let's listen in to Kamanda and the former Prime Minister.
Me, I call him Handshake candidate, and there are so many other members of parliament who want to come and support him, just for one reason, that we have enjoyed peace in this country, and we don't want that peace to be thrown out by few people who does not want to see that we have achieved so much. And it is for that reason that I'm here to stand with the candidate that has been nominated by ODM, who to me I'll fire him as a Jubilee candidate.
We would like to see that the campaign in Kibra constituency is done in a very peaceful and friendly atmosphere. We don't want to see any kind of violence in this campaign.
The leader that is known in Nairobi County, the senior most, is the Right Honorable Prime Minister, then followed by Honorable Commander. The rest are Wageni, are invitees like me, who have come from villages to come and support this candidate.
All right, you guys have been expressing different reactions. I don't know where to begin. Let me begin here.
I have to begin from this side.
Maybe what I can say, you know, it's good I've seen this because I hadn't seen it before. But looking at the reaction of the Deputy President, I don't think he's actually reacting to the clip you have put. I think he's reacting to a private matter that is not in the public domain.
Which is?
But addressing it in the public domain still.
It could be a personal issue, it could be his own family issue. Because that's the truth. Because Raila spoke about peace. Peace cannot be so abhorrent. So really,
not exactly the words, but the actions that happened, where you have a nominated member of parliament who is nominated by the Jubilee Party going to endorse a candidate of the Jubilee Party, and just a few days before we had seen the Deputy President trooping to State House alongside McDonald Mariga, the candidate of Jubilee, to see the head of state. I mean, how do you explain? Is he justified? Is the Deputy President justified to have such kind of a reaction that he feels I mean, having Commander and Raila, he feels as if it's an interference with the affairs of the Jubilee Party?
That is why I still repeat what I'm saying. He is not reacting to that. And the reason why I'm saying it's not reacting to that is reacting to something personal that we don't know about. Is one, Raila is working with the President Uhuru at the highest level. They shook hands. There was no reaction about it, vile or otherwise. And therefore, for Honorable Raila again to shake hands with the Honorable Commander cannot generate that sort of anger. So he looks extremely, the Deputy President looks extremely angry. And I think his anger stems from something other than what he's saying. If he was angry, the anger should actually have been directed at Commander. So I would just want to encourage him as our Deputy President. We have no ill will either towards him or towards Jubilee. We are a very peaceful country, as Honorable Raila has said, and we have said it before. We really just hope that the elections in Kibra are conducted in a very peaceful manner. And so we encourage him to just relax. And take a sip of cold water and relax.
Senator, that was on Saturday, I believe, so maybe he has lost the appetite
probably
for water.
Now he's probably second the water, now he's relaxed.
Okay, so Senator Dullo, she thinks that the DP is not angry because of Raila, it's something personal. Do you believe so?
I totally disagree with her, because there's nothing personal here. It's all about politics. And I believe what happened in Kibra, Jubilee has a candidate. Clearly, from what happened last week, where McDonald Mariga was received in State House. So what Deputy President was saying that is that he's actually saying, we as Jubilee, we have a candidate. There should be no interference with Jubilee by other political parties. And what Maina Commander did is not the Jubilee position, it's his own position.
Though he says that the ODM candidate is the Jubilee candidate. I mean, contradiction.
No, that is his own statement. Because if the president himself received Mariga in State House, who is commander to say that ODM candidate is a Jubilee candidate? That's not the position. So how do you as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Jubilee person and I'm a Jubilee politician. Our candidate is Mariga, period. Because he has been received by the president and the deputy. And that is our position.
But when you have one of your individuals singing a different tune,
let him sing. He's a politician. He has a right to sing whatever song he wants to sing. But for us, we will have to take the direction that we are given by the Jubilee leadership.
Do you think Jubilee and ODM, yes, they're two different political parties?
Yeah, we have shook hands.
Yes, they have formed and actually have both endorsed one candidate?
No. If we endorsed one candidate, why is Mariga in State House? That is a question we need to ask ourselves.
So there shouldn't have been a handshake candidate.
A handshake doesn't mean that the Jubilee should leave its manifesto and run with other political parties' manifesto.
And it will not in any way threaten the handshake?
Why would it threaten? Because at the end of the day,
that is the reasoning of Maina Commander.
No. It doesn't threaten. Democracy is at play. Yeah, we can have the handshake, and we can run our political parties differently. And for us, we have filled a candidate who is Mariga. If Maina feels that he wants, because of handshake, he wants to join the handshake candidate, that is up to him. But Jubilee has a candidate. And that is a position that we are in as Jubilee members of parliament.
All right, Speaker. The second clip that we played of DP Ruto, you could tell from his tone, he wasn't very happy. Really thinks that he should have sipped some water before. Nevertheless, in that specific clip, you could hear him calling out the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. But there's something that he said that has caught my attention from that specific clip. Do you think that the fall of the Jubilee Party, if it does fall, will be the sort of energy that ODM needs to sort of maintain its longevity? Why do I ask this? This is coming also at a point when ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna said at some point NASA will have to break up, given how they have fielded their candidates for Kibra as well. So are we seeing a time one where NASA will be split? Yes, but if the Jubilee Party falls, it will be sort of the energy that ODM needs to maintain its longevity as a political party.
Well, I think ODM has maintained its, I won't say longevity, or I will say it has maintained its course in terms of focus of their party. Now, for me now, let me go to Jubilee, which is my party. If Jubilee then wanted to really be in all these things, I don't know why we never gave in a candidate for Embakasi South when the by-election was there. And that is where we went wrong. So we can't now come and now start this fight in Kibra. Because we had a by-election in Embakasi South. Why didn't we put a candidate? Because Jubilee is in Nairobi, yes. But you decided at that time, I don't know what we decided, because even nobody called and said, as Jubilee, we've decided we are not doing that, and now we've decided we are coming here in Kibra. Now let me go back. Me, I vied in Nairobi. I would say this today, because I'd like to be very honest. I look at Kibra and I ask myself, Ken Okoth, who I went for many of his openings of his projects, would be very happy in his grave to find somebody who takes over and finalizes the projects he started. And the projects Ken Okoth had, he indeed brought in very many donors who I doubt any of those ones who are there, except Imran. And I'm not saying because Imran is in ODM, I'm now talking about how he planned his process. There are many children who have bursaries, who have sponsors, not just from Kenya, but from abroad, who at this time, I know even Kibra people will not want to lose. So whoever goes to Kibra, you must set the bar as Ken Okoth. Don't just go to Kibra because
Are you therefore saying that candidate Mariga cannot continue with the legacy of Okoth?
No. And I'm sorry to say that.
How does that sit in for a member of the Jubilee party that
first of all, let me tell you, this is why I always feel, I feel sad. Because when I wanted to vie in Dagoretti North, I didn't just wake up. I went there 2 years before the election.
So to
understand, wait first. To understand, and that is what leaders must do. Go and understand the people of, especially when you're vying in Nairobi, understand the magnitude that you're entering in and how the people of Nairobi live. And then you cannot tell me you are really, even all that, you never even voted for anyone. But now you want to go to Kibra and you are telling me Kibra will be the first ones to vote for you when you have never voted for anyone else in this country.
But Speaker Lach, you'll be accused of decampaigning Mariga.
I'm not decampaigning. I'm not decampaigning. I am saying,
let us be.
I am not decampaigning.
Right.
And it is something I've always said.
Speaker Lach, let's put this into context. Before 2017, you had 2 years to go there. Of course, you knew there was going to be a general election.
Yes.
Mariga didn't say there was going to be a vacancy.
Not just a general election.
Right.
Okoth has been sick for 2 years. You could have just gone and said, I'm part of Kibra. It's not, you are not campaigning. You are not campaigning.
Okay,
you can also have projects. I mean, even if I go to Millis or whoever, I can go to any county if I'm nominated. And we used to go, and Mheshimiwa Senator knows when we were nominated, and you'll start a project. You are not decampaigning the Member of Parliament because you are not going there hiding. You are going there and saying, and he is a good footballer. I would want to see how many academies are there in Kibra.
So even as a Jubilee politician, seated with another Jubilee politician,
yes,
she's okay with Mariga. You're saying no.
Yes, because I see, for me, my values, to be very honest, my values don't allow me.
Okay, let's listen to what the Deputy President had to say. He had so much to say that day, but also this.
Waende watafute kazi ya kufanya. Hiyo ya kujaribu ati Jubilee itagawanyika, wanapoteza muda wao. Kwa sababu tunajua mahali tumetoka, tunajua mahali tuko, na tunajua mahali tunakwenda. Don't waste your time. Tafuteni kazi ambayo inaweza kuwasaidia. Endeni murekebishe mambo yenu ya vyama yenu na coalition zenu. Wachaneni na mambo ya Jubilee, kwa sababu mutapoteza muda wenu. Alafu baadaye tukiwashinda muanze tena kulalamika. Ati sijui ilienda itukadanganywa, sijui ikarudi, sijui kawa nini.
Money, I'll say it here. Okay. Yes, let me first finalize. I will say this. You know, as a party, you must also stand with your member.
Okay.
When I was vying in Dagoretti North, nobody ever came to Dagoretti North to campaign for me. Nobody in Jubilee. Nobody.
But I remember Commander telling me that they were going to field you there because of
I was filled, yes. But let me now tell you, the way they used to go campaign for someone, stand and nobody.
Why do you think they didn't do that for you?
Because they felt it was an ODM zone and I was just wasting my time there. I won't win. But at least I gave them 36,000 votes.
So
so it's politics. It's called politics.
If you campaign in Kibra, who do you campaign for?
Well, I'm not going to campaign. First of all, I'm a Luya. I want to respect all my Luya brothers who are in Kibra. So I know in Ford Kenya there's a Luya. My brother, leader ANC, has a candidate. We have Mariga. Now let them go and campaign and talk Kiluya. Don't go there and also talk Kizungu Mingi, how you can sell Sukuma Wiki at 10,000. Go talk Kiluya to the Luyas to know why they should change and vote for you.
Honorable Getty, you laugh with Millie. She might be taking notes. But you come from the Jubilee Party, and there appears to be such division that the Kibra candidate has brought in. How do you survive this? Because the Deputy President is saying that the Jubilee Party is not going to get divided, but there are those fears that already they are taking sides. They don't want to support the candidate from Jubilee. How do you survive this?
First, my question is, which Jubilee Party?
I know one Jubilee Party that is registered with the Register of Political Parties.
To the Deputy Party Leader. Again, let me come to Okot first.
Okay.
Yeah? The same way my sister said, I think some of us, our conscience will not allow us to go side of what really Ken Okot really wanted for the people of Kibra, and more so for the children, because I think during the service I was there, and I could see and feel how children cried, mothers were crying because of Ken Okot. And for me, I think if we really, because as the colleagues, we really want the best for Ken Okot, I think it's just to leave this kind of divisions and, you know, side shoes. Yeah.
So is the problem the candidate that Jubilee has fronted, or the party in itself that is a problem? If tomorrow, Jubilee decided we don't want Mariga anymore,
for me,
it's impossible, yes, but let's say they do decide. So is the problem the candidate that was fielded, or the party itself?
One, for me, it is the agreement or the party first, and secondly, it's the candidate. For the party, there was a by-election in Wajir County. The candidate was ODM, but in the spirit of handshake, ODM decided to withdraw their candidate and supported the Jubilee candidate.
What is this spirit?
That's what happened.
What is this spirit?
You see,
Senator Dullo?
And then, no. Let me. It's my time, Senator.
Right, finish.
And again, Embakasi, it was the same. Now we well know, Kibra, it's an ODM zone. Yeah. We know again as Jubilee, our candidate really, he does. For me,
so you said
listening to our candidate, it is really a shaming.
You said with the speaker?
Of course, I support her. Why? The reason why I support her, one, Ken Okot is, Mariga is not a voter he's not a registered voter, one. Secondly, when he was asked, what do you want to do? He said, I want to give back to the community. What is it that he's coming to give back now that he could not do it when he had a higher platform?
Maybe serving
an international Kibra.
Being a legislator, being a lawmaker.
He can't even express himself. Just leave that one aside. Coming to the division of Jubilee. For me, I want to be honest. Let us have Jubilee when all of us, we have one interest.
It's not the case?
Let us not bring the name Jubilee when somebody feels this is what I want and I must use the Jubilee card. When the president shook hands with Raila, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, the president told us, this is the direction I want as a country to move. This is the direction I want as Jubilee as to move. What happened? Nobody listened to him. We are seeing every weekend people opposing the president. We are seeing every weekend people fighting the president. The same Jubilee. And when it comes to now, Kibra, you want all of us now to support our Jubilee candidate. It can't happen.
So
I think, as a Jubilee member, the move that Maina Commander took, I think that is the right. Because as an individual, I think that is what he saw. Not only him, a lot of Jubilee MPs will go to Kibra and support.
All right, we need to take a short break, but before we do, Senator Dullo, I had asked you, what is this spirit of the handshake that she would champion for, that you feel you're against as a Jubilee legislator?
I think for me, the spirit of handshake is the spirit of peace. And the points that agreed by the two principals when they shook hands. But that doesn't mean that we abandon our political party position. Yeah. If my sister Fatuma Gedi says that yes, we have a handshake, we should not field candidates as Jubilee, I don't know. That is our own position. But as far as myself I'm concerned, Whether the candidate has capacity or not, that is the position of Jubilee, because he has been endorsed by the president and the deputy, and that is my position, and I'll support that particular candidate. So the issue of the division in Jubilee is a matter that we cannot solve here. Yeah. So everybody has their political rights to be able to support or say whatever they want to say. But that doesn't mean that if the president and the deputy say we abandon the candidate for Jubilee and we support the handshake, that is the position of Jubilee.
Okay, all right.
But for Commander to have taken his position to support the handshake candidate, that is up to him. And in any case, that is not a handshake candidate. By the way, he's an ODM candidate, because Imran is an ODM candidate. If he was a handshake candidate, then the president would not have endorsed Mariga.
All right, Senator, we need to take a quick break. Then we come back to wind up on this topic. You can text us your views on 22422 or tweet us at Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag to use is Daybreak. We'll be sure to read a bit of what you're saying when you come back.